participate in the class. That's a good sign, alhamdulillah, that everybody shows interest, and especially parents, they are provoking their kids to participate. Kirat, Talawat, mashallah, mashallah. Next time, try your best. We wanna listen the Naat too. After Quran, always if somebody's volunteer themselves to recite the Naat, that will be very great, inshallah. Today I was thinking that why not we can have a story of Hazrat Yunus al-Islam, one of the prophet. I told you there is more than 100,000 prophet on this world, and continuously it's not mandatory that the one time there is a one prophet on the world. No, at the one moment, in the one era, in the one year, there are different prophet on different areas. Supposing one prophet is in the Middle East, one is in the Africa, one is on the same time. There are different prophets in the world, and they are guiding the people to the right path. And one of the prophet, Allah Kareem mentioned his story in the Quran, and with his name there is a full surah. And you remember the name of Surah Yunus? Today I was thinking why not we can talk about the beautiful story of Hazrat Yunus al-Islam. He was the prophet in the area of Nineveh. It called Nineveh. It's a beautiful name. There was almost 100,000 people in that area. And the population of that area, the place Nineveh, they are actually indulge in the bad things and shameless things. They are worshipping idols, and from the years and the years, they don't know that there is a one Allah Kareem who created the planet, and we don't need to prostrate or do the sajda in front of anybody else except Allah. They didn't know that, unfortunately. And when they are in this dark era, then Allah Kareem have His mercy, and He sent the Prophet and command the Prophet to guide them. Every Prophet is guiding the humanity to worship one Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no God except Allah. That's the basic teaching of every single Prophet on the planet. And same with Hazrat Yunus al-Islam, and he came to the Nineveh. The people of that area, they were very rude, and people are always rude. When somebody is just correcting them about their religion, they don't want to listen to that. It's very hard to change the religion. If somebody convert to the Islam, you have to pay full respect to the person, because his family left him alone, and friends, and he's alone. If somebody convert to the Islam, you have to very warm welcome him, even help him economically for his residence, give him the company, guide him properly. It's our duty. And in the Nineveh, the people don't want to listen to the Prophet. They said, no, we saw our forefathers. They are all worshipping the idols, and they were fine. They don't have any mishap in their life. Why you want to tell us that this is the wrong way? If this is the wrong way, definite our forefathers, they face the difficulties and hardships in the life, but they don't. They led a very peaceful life, so we are good. Whatever we are doing, don't correct us, don't check us. And Prophet was keep trying, because of Yunus al-Islam. And finally, ultimately, he was fed up, because they were not listening to him, not a single person. And then he prayed to Allah Kareem, I am tired and sick. They are not listening to me. And Allah Kareem decided to send the big storm as a punish on them and destroy them, their whole community. And Prophet Hazrat Yunus al-Islam, he did not wait for the further command of Allah Kareem. He was so angry and so mad with his nation, he left the area. He left his city with anger. And because he knew that Allah Kareem is sending his punish very soon, but he has to wait for the command of Allah Kareem, order of the Allah Kareem. And he left the city. And the people of the area, when Prophet left with the anger, and all of a sudden they saw in the sky, oh my God, it's a black sky, all the thunderstorm, and they knew, and they heard the stories of the old nations like Ad, Samud, that they destroyed by the storm, and they know that Allah Kareem is definitely mad, and we are doing the wrong thing. We are worshipping the idols. It's not a right way. Prophet was right. They realized that. And what happened when they saw all the skies full of cloud? They ran to the mountain, up to the mountain, and all the male, female, kids, they were crying and repenting to Allah Kareem, forgive us, Allah Kareem, forgive us. They prostrate, they do the sajda on the mountains, and they was crying so hard. The sound, the echo of their voice was all around in the mountain, and there was a dark cloud, and it looked like that there's a big storm is coming ahead, and they were so scared, and they repented so sincerely that Allah Kareem forgave them. Prophet left, but because they cry a lot, they were seeking refuge, they are asking for the forgiveness, Allah Kareem forgave them. It means when a person is a wrongdoer, or by mistake he did something wrong, and he tried to ask forgiveness from the core of the heart, not like that, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. No, you mean it. When you are saying, you mean it. From your heart, sincerely, you have to ask forgiveness, and Allah Kareem forgive. And the nation, they were worshipping the idols, but Allah Kareem listened to them, their cry, their tears, and Allah Kareem forgave them. There's a big lesson for us. If mistakes are happening in the life, we are human being. If there is something wrong, sometime just turn back to Allah Kareem and request Him, Allah Kareem, forgive me. I will not repeating this sin again. You are the forgiver. You are the merciful. Can you forgive me? And He forgive you. In the story, this is the main lesson. And what happened with the Prophet? Prophet left the city, Nineveh, that small country. There is 100,000 people only over there. When he left, he went to the shore of the water, and he saw a huge ship was almost to leave, and he get in the ship. Ship was just sailing nicely on the river, on the sea, and at night there was a big storm in the sea. Clouds in the water, that everything was just blowing so fast. It looked like that the ship will be broken into pieces in the minute. And everybody was so scared. People was just crying, running around, what to do. And then the crew of the ship, they announced that everybody should throw their luggage in the water because ship is too heavy, and we are scared that it will be drawn soon. So everybody should throw the luggage. And then everybody is just picking their luggage and throwing in the water. Still, the storm was so heavy and so scary. Then, pilot of the ship, he announced that we have to throw some people in the sea too, because our ship is heavy. We want to decrease the load, the burden of the ship. And first we have to throw the one person, and we see if it's manageable, then it's okay. If still its ship is just heavy, we will throw the other person. And then how to throw? Nobody wanna jump into the water happily. No, nobody wanna volunteer themselves. Then they decide to do the lottery, and they write the name of every person, whatever the passenger were. They wrote their name on the paper and then they put it in the bowl and said they pick the one name. And one piece of paper, they picked it and the name of Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam was shown on that. And everybody knew that he is the nice and noble person. It's not fair to throw him in the water. And they said, no, he is a very noble person. We don't want to throw it in the water. Let's do the lotto again and we can pick the one more name. It might, there's another person. Then they redo the thingy and again, Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam, they repeat this thing 3 times and third time they received again, they opened the page and it was name of the Prophet Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam. And now there is no choice. They have to throw him in the water. And he said, I want to jump myself. He said, Bismillah. And he, with the name of Allah, he jumped into the water. Meanwhile, Allah Kareem sent a big whale, a big fish, very big whale, and ordered him that just swim right beside the ship. As soon as my Prophet jump into the water, you have to swallow him all in one shot. Whale has a big mouth and she was on duty to swallow the Prophet. Who was the Prophet? Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam. And as soon as Prophet jumped into the water with the name of Allah, with the Bismillah, whale was waiting right beside the ship and it opened the mouth and Prophet with the order of Allah Kareem was swallowed by the big whale. Prophet was just faint. After some time, he opened his eyes and he saw, because whale just shut her mouth quickly like a gate were, just shut it down, and there was a dark in the stomach of the whale and watery, and her ribs and fins. And then he realized there's lots of acids in the stomach. And Prophet Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam, he realized what's going on. Then he came to the conscious and said, oh my God, I'm in the stomach of the fish. And it was dark, definite. There are 3 darks. One was the darkness of the stomach of the whale. And second darkness is the deep water, deep in the sea. Because as soon as whale swallowed the Prophet, she drowned herself in the depth of the sea. And the third darkness was the darkness of the night. So Prophet was in the 3 darkness. 1, the darkness of the night. 2, darkness of the depth of the sea. And 3rd is the darkness of the stomach of the big whale. It means if anybody by mistake do something wrong, it might he face the punish of Allah Kareem. That's why if you did something wrong, right away, as soon as you realize, just say sorry and astaghfar to Allah Kareem. Because we are very weak people. We can't face the darkness. No, we can't face the hardships. We can't face the obstacles and barriers in the life. So we have to say sorry right away to the Allah Kareem. And what is the best way to say Tawbah? Just do the wudu properly. Come to the namaz mat, prayer mat, jai namaz, and recite 2 nafal of Tawbah. After 2 nafal, just raise your hand to Allah Kareem and say Astaghfirullah Al-Azim. Allah Kareem, I am the wrongdoer. Can you forgive me? I promise you, I never ever repeat this sin again. Can you forgive me? And then cry, shows your tears, shows your embarrassment to Allah Kareem, and He will forgive you, inshallah. And then Prophet Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam, he did the same thing, repenting. What he said, He said, "Oh Allah, you are alone. You are only one. There is no God apart you. You are the only one. All praise and honor goes to you." I definitely, I am the wrongdoer. I did something wrong. I done something wrong. Can you please help me and forgive me? If you don't help me, I shall be in the darkness forever. And then Allah Kareem accept his tawbah. Because this dua, Allah Kareem taught him. And in the Quran, you guys know that it is the Ayat Karima. It called the Ayat Karima, dua of Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam. If somebody, mom is saying, "Oh, I am reciting Ayat Karima today. We all friends are reciting Ayat Karima," you should know this is the dua of Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam. He asked repentant in the stomach of whale to the Allah Kareem. And I tell you the translation. And what is the dua? La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin. Allah Kareem, you are the one, the only one. All praise is for you. Our honors are for you. And definite, I am the wrongdoer. If you don't help me, if you don't accept my repenting, I will be in the people who are not getting ever success in the life. So this is the dua. Every time you are in, unfortunately, sometimes we did mistakes, small mistakes, but no mistake is small. You have to be careful in the life. But whenever it's happened, just right of it. Do wudu, 2 nafas, and they recite La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minas zalimin. Definite Allah Kareem accept our repentance, and definite He forgive us. He loved to forgive the people. Only we should say sorry, and that's astaghfar. And Ayat Karima is one up in the list of the astaghfars. You can say astaghfirullah rabbi min kulli zambin wa atubu ilaik, astaghfirullah al-azim, any astaghfar. But this is the one of in the list of the astaghfars. Ayat Karima is astaghfar too, the best astaghfar, and it's ayah in the Quran. When you are reciting Ayat Karima, La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin, every single word you are getting at least 10 rewards, at least. And how many words are in this whole ayah? That's why it's very beneficial to recite the astaghfar from the Quran. And this is the best astaghfar. Then Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam was keep repeating La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin. And all of a sudden, all the creatures in the sea, in the depth of the sea, they gathered around the whale. And in their own language, they are doing the astaghfar too. The same thing, they are repeating too. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minas zalimin. All the big, small fish, prawns, whatever, tortoise, frogs, they all gathered around the whale and they start reciting this in their own language. And whale herself participate in this dua too. Because whale realized that she swallowed the prophet. Oh my God. And she saw all the creatures around and the prophet inside the stomach. They are reciting the ayah of the Quran. Means La ilaha illa anta subhanaka. They are doing dua. They are repenting continuously. So she started to. So it was a melody all around in the bottom of the sea. All the creatures of Allah Kareem, along with the prophet, they are doing the astaghfar. And when Allah Kareem saw the sincere repentance of the Prophet and the animals, and he commanded the whale to come to the surface from the depth of the water and eject the Prophet on the shore, on the island. And whale followed the command of Allah Kareem. She came to the surface of the water, on the shore, near the island. She released the Prophet. She vomited out the Prophet. She ejected the Prophet on the shore, and the Prophet's body, because he was in the water, in the stomach, it was all mushy and he was very sick. Think about if we put something in the water and it's all gone, melted in the water, and his skin was just like a little baby and injured. And then Allah Kareem showed his mercy. He grew the big plant right beside him because he can't move. He was sick. When fish released him on the shore, he was so sick. He was like on the surface, and the sun shining. And there was lots of mosquitoes and things. Think about, then Allah Kareem saved him with his mercy because he did the repentance. He asked forgiveness. Then Allah Kareem grew a plant, a big tree with the fruits. And under the tree, he was safe, his skin was safe, and he was healing up. He was eating the fruit nicely. And then Allah Kareem sent a deer over there, animal. She was feeding him with the milk, with the fruit, with the shade of the tree. He was day by day getting better. Then finally, Allah Kareem ordered the Prophet Hazrat Yunus السلام, to walk to his nation again. He came back and he was so astonished because he left them. They were worshipping the idols, and there was almost, the storm was on the corner. And now he came back and he saw they all are praying to Allah Kareem, and they are mosques, and there's no idol, and they are totally converted and changed. He was so glad. And then the people saw their prophet, their beloved prophet. They came and gathered around him, and they warmly welcomed him, and they told him the whole story, what happened, and they asked forgiveness. Allah Kareem forgave them. And then Prophet was so happy. He was teaching them the nice right path and preaching the Islam, the orders of Allah Kareem, how Allah Kareem want us to be changed like a good Muslim, always telling the truth, always going, hanging around with the nice people, going masjid always, reading the holy book, and all the good things and good deeds. And the people were so glad. In this way, Allah Kareem forgave the Prophet and forgave the nation. So we learn from this story, we have to show patience always. Whatever the circumstances are, we have to wait. And if there is any kind of hardship like a storm, it's not a storm of the disease, storm of any fight between the brothers and sisters in the family, anything, any challenge in the life, we have to turn back to the Allah Kareem and ask for help. And then Allah Kareem definite help the people. How many dark the life is, Allah Kareem definite inject us, release us from the dark, and then put the shadow of His trees, of His mercy on us. Always show patience. If sometime there is some mistakes, just say sorry to Allah Kareem. Allah Kareem, inshallah, forgive us.